Hello everybody and welcome to Tiger Tales, The Lost Stories, a place you'll find stories and fanfictions written and read to you by a host, me, Tiger. Today we're diving back into the Colour Matrix. What is the Colour Matrix, you ask? Well, it's a story where my main character, Ace, is using the Colour Matrix, a device that allows him to venture forth for 8 hours of his physical time, but to journey through other versions of himself in the multiverse and view their lives through their eyes. So, best way to explain this is think of James Cameron's Avatar, or The Matrix, or Sword Art Online, where you plug yourself into a machine and your conscience traverses into another being. That, but on a multiversal scale. In this chapter, Ace is going to dive into one of the universes where it's the Has-Been Hotel, a very unique prospect and idea. So, without further ado, let's just dive in. The Colour Matrix. World 10. Day in Hell. I woke up and got everything done. Then, as per usual, I scrolled through the universes, till I found something rather odd. It was a red universe unlike something I've ever seen. It was strange, it was weird and unique. It gave off a really weird aura. Yo, D, what's wrong with this universe? I asked.
Sir, I do not know what is going on, but this universe is rather unstable. I advise you do not go in and venture forth.
Daisy suggested. Oh no, I kind of want to do it. I'm gonna do it. I sighed. I loaded the unstable universe into the Matrix, and I started taking off my shirt.
Sir, this universe you are in... Oh my. You're in hell. And turns out you're in a place called the Has-Been Hotel.
Daisy explained. Thanks. Wish me luck, I guess, I muttered. I then laid down on the bed and the needles penetrated the back of my neck and fingertips. I closed my eyes and everything went dark.
I opened my eyes to darkness, the dim glow of the hellish streetlights barely seeping through the dingy curtains in the rundown hotel room. As consciousness slowly seeped back into my mind, I groaned, my head pounding with the remnants of whatever infernal concoction I drowned myself in last night. I dragged myself upright. I took in the dismal surroundings. The room reeked of stale smoke and cheap liquor, the air heavy with the stench of decay that permeated every corner of this damned realm. The mattress beneath me was lumpy and uncomfortable, the sheets stained with who knows what. With a grunt, I pushed myself out of bed, my muscles protesting as I stumbled towards the bathroom. The flickering light overhead cast eerie shadows on the cracked tiles, revealing the grimy sink and rusted fixtures. I splashed water on my face, hoping to shake off the lingering haze of sleep and alcohol. As I glanced into the cracked mirror above the sink, my reflection sneered back at me. Horns protruded from my temple, a stark reminder of the demon I'd become in this forsaken place. But there was also something else in those crimson eyes staring back at me. Determination. I may be stuck in hell, but I haven't survived this long by wallowing in self-pity. I am Ace, the best damn hitman in the underworld, and I had a job to do. Ignoring the throbbing ache in my head, I dressed quickly, slipping into my signature suit with precision ease. Stepping into the neon-light streets of hell, I took a deep breath. The smoggy air filled my lungs with a bitter taste. Somewhere out there, a client was waiting for my services, and I intended to deliver. With a smirk, I set off into the night, ready to face whatever infernal challenges awaited me. The neon-light streets of hell pulsed with a frantic energy as I made my way through the bustling crowds. The air was thick with the scent of sulfur, and in the distance wails of sirens echoed through the labyrinth alleys. But amidst the chaos, I remained focused, my steps purposeful as I navigated the twisted maze of streets leading to V Tower. As I approached the towering mammoth of glass and steel that housed the V's offices, I couldn't help but feel a surge of anticipation. Violet, the social media queen of hell, held sway over the digital realm with an iron grip. Her influence reached far and wide, and today she had requested my services. A rare and lucrative opportunity that I couldn't afford to pass up. Entering the lobby of V Tower, I was greeted by the sight of sleek marble floors and polished chrome fixtures. The air hummed with the buzz of activity as demons scurried about, their eyes glued to their glowing screens. I ignored the curious glances cast my way, my gaze fixed on the bank of elevators at the far end of the room. Pressing the button for the top floor, I watched as the door slid shut with a soft hiss. The elevator launched into motion. As the floors ticked by, my anticipation grew, my mind racing with thoughts of the job ahead. Velvet was known for her cunning and ruthlessness, and I couldn't afford to let my guard down for a second. Finally, the elevator came to a stop, and the doors slid open to reveal a lavish penthouse office. Beneath a soft, glowing light, Velvet sat behind a sleek glass desk, her gaze fixed on the panoramic view of hell spread out before her. She looked up as I entered, a knowing smile playing at the corners of her lips.
Ace!
She purred, her voice like silk.
So glad you could join me. I have a little job that requires your particular set of skills.
I returned her smile with a nod, my expression unreadable. Whatever game Velvet was playing, I was more than ready to play along. After all, in a place like hell, survival was all about knowing when to make your move. And right now, the game was just getting started. As I stood in Velvet's immaculate office, her words hung in the air like a foul stench. The request she made was as chilling as the ice gaze she fixed upon me, her crimson eyes glimmering with anticipation. My mind raced, processing the gravity of her command.
Kill Alistair and Angel Dust,
she had said, her voice dripping with venom.
Vox and Valentino are too much of pussies to do it themselves.
I kept my expression neutral, betraying none of the turmoil racing within me. Alistair, the radio demon, and Angel Dust, the flamboyant spider, were no strangers to hell's underworld. Killing them would be no small feat, and yet, here I stood, faced with that task. Violet's lips curled into a predatorial smile as she leaned back in her chair, waiting for my response. Every instinct screamed to me to refuse, to walk away from this madness, but in hell, there were no second chances, no room for hesitation. With a slow nod, I accepted the job, my voice steady, despite the turmoil running within me. Consider it done, I replied, my tone as cold as the abyss itself. As I turned to leave, Velvet's laughter followed me, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurked within her. The weight of her command settled heavy on my shoulders. Alistair and Angel Dust may be formidable foes, but I was Ace. And if Velvet thought she could use me as her pawn, she had another thing coming. This was my game now, and I intended to play it on my own terms. Leaving Velvet's office behind, I stepped into the neon-lit streets of hell, my mind already racing with plans and strategies. The weight of the task ahead hanged heavy on my shoulders, but I refused to let it daunt me. If I was going to take down Alistair and Angel Dust, I'd need the right tools for the job. Navigating the labyrinth alleys, I made my way to the outskirts of the city where Carmilla Carmine's weapon emporium stood like a fortress against the chaos of hell. As I approached the dilapidated building, the sound of gunfire and clashing metal filled the air, a constant reminder of the violence that permeated every corner of this damned realm. Pushing open the heavy door, I stepped into the dimly lit interior of the shop. The scent of gun oil and burning sulfur assaulted my senses. Rows of weapons lined the walls, from pistols and rifles to blades and explosive, each one a deadly instrument of destruction. Carmilla Carmine herself stood behind the counter, her eyes glimmering with a predatorial light as she surveyed her wares. She was a demon of few words, but her reputation as the purveyor of hell's finest weapons spoke for itself.
Ah, Ace, what can I do for you today?
she asks, her voice like gravel scraping across stone. I need something special, I reply, my gaze sweeping over the arsenal before me. Something that can take down demons like Alistair and angel dust. Carmilla's lips curl into a wicked smile, and she reaches beneath the counter, producing a slick black case. Opening it, she reveals an array of custom-made firearms and enchanted ammunition, each one designed to pierce even the toughest demonic hide.
These should do the trick,
she said, her voice dripping with malice.
But I warn you, killing them will not be easy, as they are both living with Lucifer's daughter at her has-been hotel.
I nod in approval, reaching for the weapons with a sense of grim determination. As I strapped them to my person, I felt a surge of confidence wash over me. With Carmilla's arsenal at my disposal, nothing could stand in my way. I smile evilly. Oh, I know, and I'm not worried at all. If Big Daddy of Hell himself wants to get in my way, that's just a bonus. I've always wanted to test my skills on him. Leaving the shop behind, I disappeared into the shadows of the city, my mind already plotting my next move. Alistair and Angel might be formidable opponents, but they were no match for a demon with a purpose. Especially a demon like me, with my set of skills.
Brought to you by Onion Direct, the Red Lantern skincare cream. That's right, we've gotten the pure toxicity of the blood plasma from a Red Lantern and made it into fantastic skincare products. This skin cream gives you the stinging sensation of a sunburn. Did you enjoy the burning of a sunburn? Did you like the itchy sensation of eczema? Did you enjoy the one time that you touched the hob even though grandma told you not to? Yes, well, this skincare cream is just for you. Again, that is made from the boiling blood plasma of a Red Lantern. We give you the Red Lantern skincare cream only for $9.99.99. Brought to you by Onion Direct.
I sat alone in the dimly lit hotel room, surrounded by a sea of scattered papers and half-empty glasses of whiskey. Before me lays a collection of notes, each one detailing the occupants of the Has-Been Hotel, their names, their abilities, and their weaknesses. To start with, there was Charlie, the Princess of Hell, with her unwavering determination to redeem the souls of the damned. Vaggie, her fierce and loyal girlfriend, always ready to defend her at a moment's notice. Angel Dust, the flamboyant porn star spider demon. Alistair, the radio demon with his mysterious powers and penchant for chaos. Nifty, the hyperactive housekeepers whose speed and agility made her a formidable opponent in a fight. Husk, the grumpy bartender, who is known for his sharp tongue and love of alcohol. Serpentress, the snake-like demon, with his mechanical inventions and cunning schemes. As I sifted through my notes, a plan began to take shape in my mind. Each of these demons had their own weaknesses and their own vulnerabilities. And if I was to take down my targets, I would need to exploit every last one of them. With a grim smile, I reached for another glass of whiskey, the burn of the alcohol doing little to numb the cold determination in my heart. Tonight, hell itself would bear witness to the downfall of Charlie and her ragtag band of misfits. And when the dust settles, I would reign supreme as the deadliest demon in the underworld. I stood before the imposing facade of the Has-Been Hotel, my heart pounding with a mixture of anticipation and appreciation. This was it, the moment I had been planning for, the culmination of hours of preparing and careful strategy. With a deep breath, I pushed open the door and stepped into the lobby. The warm glow of the chandeliers cast shadows on the polished marble floor. The air was thick with the scent of incense, and the sound of laughter and conversation filled the room. As I approached the front desk, I plastered on my most charming smile, projecting an air of humility and contrition. "Hello," I said, my voice soft and earnest. I've come to repent of my sins and seek redemption. Is there someone I can speak to about joining your cause? To my surprise, Charlie herself emerged from behind the desk, her expression a mixture of courtesy and constant hope.
And what sin did you seek redemption for?
She asked, her voice gentle and prodding. I hesitated for a moment, carefully choosing my words. I was once a man of violence. I killed for hire, I confessed, meeting Charlie's gaze with sincerity. But I've seen the errors of my ways, and I want to atone for the lives I've taken. I want to help others find their way to heaven, to make amends for the pain and suffering I've caused. Charlie regarded me for a long moment, her eyes searching mine for any hint of deceit. Then finally she nodded.
Very well,
she said.
Let me show you around. Please follow me.
As she led me through the halls of the hotel, my heart raced with excitement and nervousness. This was it, the moment of truth. If my plan was to succeed, I would need to convince Charlie of my sincerity, to earn her trust and gain access to the inner workings of the Has-Been Hotel. As Charlie led, I couldn't help but marvel at the ecstatic decor and vibrant atmosphere. Despite its location in the heart of hell, there was an undeniable sense of warmth and camaraderie that pierced every corner of this building.
Welcome to the Has-Been Hotel,
Charlie said, her voice tinged with pride.
Here, we offer redemption to those who seek it, a chance to leave their past behind and start anew.
As we continued our tour, Charlie introduced me to various residents and staff members who called the hotel home. First, there was Vaggie, whose determination and overwhelming support were evident in every word and gesture.
This is Vaggie,
Charlie said, smiling at her partner.
She's the manager of the hotel and my right hand.
Next, we met Angel Dust, whose larger-than-life personality filled the room with laughter and mischief.
And this is Angel Dust,
Charlie said, gesturing to the colorful demon.
He was our first resident.
As we made our way through the parlor, I couldn't help but notice the other demons gathered there. There was Alistair, whose presence sent shivers down my spine. Nifty flitted about the room, her boundless energy a stark contrast to the somber atmosphere.
And these are just a few of the residents of the Has-Been Hotel,
Charlie said, gesturing to the eclectic group gathered around us.
Each one has their own story to tell, their own struggle and triumphs, but together we're a family bound by our common goal to make hell a better place.
With a grateful smile, I turned to Charlie. Thank you, I said, my voice filled with sincerity. Thank you for giving me a chance to start anew. I won't let you down. And with that, I joined the residents of the Has-Been Hotel. My plan was in motion. Later that night, I was shown to my room by Vaggie. Once there, she pulled her spear out and pointed it right at my throat.
I know who you are, Ace, and I won't let you hurt anyone here.
I put on my most charming smile. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm here to repent and change my ways. Nothing more. She slowly lowers her spear.
For your safety, I hope so.
She then storms off. I walk into my room and throw myself onto the bed, and everything goes black.
I woke and the needles would not extract. I sat up and the needle extracted from my neck forcefully. I then pulled each fingertip from the needles. I cursed under my breath as manually doing it was extremely painful. I then climbed off the bed and walked over to the color matrix console, and there on the screen was the universe that I just entered. But the other universe options were all gone. The screen was flashing red. In the corner there was a warning sign flaring. And I tried to scroll away from the universe, but nothing happened. I tried to search for other universes, and again, nothing happened. Other than this Has-Been Hotel universe, nothing else was on the screen. The color matrix console would not work. Yo, D, what's going on? I asked Daisy, but I was met with no response.
To be continued.
And there you have it, guys. Our introduction into the Has-Been Hotel universes, and of course, as you can tell, this story was not read by me, nor was it written. I have given the Three Ranger Bros and our dear friend A-Crown a chance to write their own chapters. If you want to hear A-Crown's chapter, that's already uploaded on Tiger Tales Game Over on the Color Matrix storyline. This was written by my Parabatai, my dear friend, my business partner, Cosplay Dude 637. Cosplay Dude 637 is a huge fan of the Has-Been Hotel, and he decided to base his world on that. I gave all three people that I've given the chance to write a chapter for literally free reign, so they could write whatever they wanted to. Cosplay Dude decided to make Has-Been Hotel, and it seems like he shall return. Anyway, you can check out Cosplay Dude 637's stories, because he writes his own and publishes them across the board. Anywhere that you find your podcasts, you can find Power Rangers Universe 19, Storytime with Cosplay Dude 637, The Order, and Sailor Moon E. And then on YouTube, you can find the One Piece audio drama and the Storytime. Check out all of the things I've just listed, because he writes all sorts of stories on all of them. They're all really fantastic. I've also been a voice actor, and I also host some of my own stories on some of his podcasts and YouTube channels, so make sure you go check them out. That being said, make sure you check out Tiger Tales Game Over. Again, like I mentioned just before, there is a Color Matrix story on there. It's exactly the same storyline. I've just separated the chapters because on Game Over, Ace plugs in a data drive which gives him the ability to look through data worlds. Or, for those people listening, it's video game worlds. I just wanted to differentiate between the worlds based in video games and then worlds based not. So yeah, it's the exact same storyline, just Ace travels through data worlds. And like I said, A-Crown's story is already uploaded. He wrote a story based in Halo. So make sure you tune in real soon for another world written story by Cosplay Dude 637 in the world of the Color Matrix. I really like this story, and it's really fun, and I'm glad that I managed to rope in some of my friends joining in on the writing process. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to check out Tiger Tales and Tiger Tales Mysterious Origins. Tiger Tales is another YouTube channel hosted full of stories that I've written, and Mysterious Origins is exactly the same but with original storylines. Then check out Tiger Tales X, a place where you will find more storylines, but they're all official crossovers. Crossovers that you wouldn't think about, crossovers that we've always wanted, crossovers that the main writers and developers of our favourite franchises would never consider. Can be found on that channel. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and of course, I shall see you guys real soon.
That before we can...
Don't touch my Pringles.